All right, so true story. Well, semi-true story. It was around or about April 18th of this year. I was walking through a forest nearby my house. I was walking, nice day. All of a sudden I heard a male voice calling out to me, "Scott, come hither, come hither." I don't know if it was "come hither," but for this story's purposes, we will say "come hither." It said, "Come hither, you must see this." I walked and walked for miles until I finally found a clearing in the forest. And there stood W1nkinc next to a big hole in the ground. He said, "Scott, come hither. You must see what's in this hole." I said, "Wink, first of all, what are you doing in my forest? Second of all, what's in the hole?" He said, "You got to see. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer." I got to the hole, looked down. I couldn't see anything. He goes, "You got to look closer." As I looked closer and I was squinting my eyes to see what was at the bottom of the hole, Wink pushed me into the hole. I woke up and realized I had just purchased 3 boxes from Spider-Man booth. And W1nkinc had pushed me down that rabbit hole. W1nkinc, you mother... Okay, so welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. So I guess that wasn't a true story, but it is Wink's fault that I am venturing back into comic books, but it's not a bad thing. I enjoy watching your videos, Wink. You're very intuitive about it. The lingo, I won't be able to use that lingo in this video, of course, because I don't know all the lingo yet. I'm still learning it, but yeah, I got 3 boxes from Spider-Man booth comics. They are the mystery boxes. They call them That Mystery Box 2.0. They were $30 a piece, and plus shipping, unless you bought 3. Now, according to my records and my account information, it shows that I only purchased 1 for $30 plus like $10 shipping, so it was like $40. But for some reason, and I checked my bank account, it was the same thing. It was $40. But it looks like this is, I'm assuming this is 3 boxes. But I don't know. We'll get into it and we'll see what's in here. I'm excited to do this. This is my first mystery box, or my mystery box as far as comics goes. I collected in the 90s and then in the 2000s and in the 2010s and teens or whatever, on and off over the last 30 years probably. So I have a wide variety of comics in my collection. Definitely going to be getting back into it. There's a local comic shop that I'll be going to often once they open up. Actually, they have curbside service, so I'm thinking about putting an order in tomorrow actually, and possibly going to pick that up curbside. So yeah, like I said, quite excited to get in here. But I watched Wink's videos on his Spider-Man booth openings, and it seemed to me, and it may not be accurate as far as this box goes, but I think he said there was like 5 comics per box. The best one being the bottom one of that box. So we'll see if that holds true for this one as well. Still opening these up. Here's the first box. It says, "I feel like Peter." And on the back it says, "Ordinary life is no longer an option. This is an amazing fantasy," on the back. So that's that box. Let me go through and just get all the boxes out of the way first. I'm assuming that they're all going to be the same packaging. Yeah. Same one. Box number 2. Yeah, I don't know why I got 3 boxes. Maybe I misread and I did pay close to 90 bucks for 3 boxes, but as far as I'm seeing it, I paid for 1. So I'm not gonna argue. And that's the 3rd one. So we will open up box number 1. Let's see what I got. One other thing W1nkinc said about Spider-Man booth comics mystery boxes is that if you're looking for older comics, this isn't the way to go. It's majority of the comics you're going to get through this site is our newer issues, but a lot of variants are usually included. So we'll see. So Number one, we got issue number 4 of Dark Knight's Metal. It's got a picture of, looks like Wonder Woman on there. I don't know who the other person is, and I probably should, but I don't. That's this one. And that's got a sticker. Well, it doesn't have any sticker on it. It just says $3.99 is the price of that book when it was on the stand. So, good book. I actually have the number 1 of this. I think when I was collecting last, I got the number 1 of this issue. It was like a metallic color. So that's that one. Number 2 is, now forgive me if I'm wrong, but I want to say this is what we considered a blind variant. Got the sticker on it for $20. Let me check to see if I'm right. I thought he said that if it was a blind variant and he took it out of the bag, I pulled it up on the top, that the back of the comic actually states what it is. And I will test that theory right now without damaging the comic. And he was right. It says Marvel number 3. Of course he was right, what am I saying? And it's Extermination is the name of the book. Look at that. Watch a couple of videos and already a pro week. Book number 3 is Batman Universe, issue number 1. This one's got Bendis on it. I got a couple of books from him back in the early 2000s that he autographed for me, Brian Michael Bendis. That's a Batman one. Ooh, this next one is really cool. This is a blind variant as well, and it is Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. That is a cool cover. Very cool. Awesome. And the last book in this box, with a sticker of $25, looks like it's what do you call these? It's a thicker book. Oh Lord, I got a stack of them over there on my shelf. I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, it's got the square binding to it, and it is Wonder Woman. And that is a very cool cover too. And it's got the $25 price tag on it. I don't know how accurate these price tags are. They're probably not, probably can't get what that is, but one good thing about these comics is not so much the price of them, but the way they look. I mean, every one I've gotten so far, I shouldn't say every one of them, but between this Wonder Woman, the Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn, and Batman Universe is cool, with the Exterminators or whatever that one was called was really cool. Yeah, so that's 5 cool comics. So let's put this one aside, and not wasting too much time, go right to the second one. Second box. Open it up. And the first one we get, which, like I said, I learned that the first one is usually the cheapest one, the best one being the bottom one. So the first one is issue 794 of The Amazing Spider-Man. And that's got Carnage on it, as you see in the jar. Cool. The next one is a cool book. DK3, Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. That's a cool book. Book number 3, number 4, Major X. I don't think I've ever read this one. Major X. I've never seen that title. And issue 4 in this box is number 1, Spider-Woman. Cool. It's got the $20 price tag. A cool cover. And the last one is a blind variant with a $40 price tag, and I'm going to have to open it up to see who that is. That is, I don't know. Let me look. That box I like, and like I said, I don't know prices, so this one might even be better than the first one. But as far as the covers go, I like the first box I opened better as far as covers. And this one says, oh, this is the Flash. Freaking Magoo is going to kill me for not knowing that. Yeah, there you go, Magoo. That's a cool cover. I kind of thought that when I first saw it, but I didn't say it. And sorry for not knowing the Flash, Magoo. My fault. So that is a cool cover. It kind of makes up for the box. And like I said, that box might be worth more than the second box, but I just don't know. I don't know prices. I don't know value. All right, so on to the third box. First comic we got out of here is Dark Knight's Hawkman, #1. If I can get it out of the box. There you go. It's from the Dark Knight's Metal tie-in. It's a tie-in for that storyline. Cool cover. This is a cool cover. It's the Amazing Spider-Man #5. $15 price tag on it. But that is a nice cover. There you go. And book #3 in this box is that one I didn't know in the second box, and that's that Major X, but this is #1, so maybe I can get on board if it's something that's worth reading. If you're a comic guy and you know anything about this title and you want to comment below, that'd be awesome, because I really don't know anything about it. The next one I got is kind of cool. It kind of takes me back a little bit, because in the early 2000s, was it early 2000s? 2000, I don't know what day it was probably 10-15 years ago, let's say. I was going to a lot of Comic Cons. I went to the Chicago Comic Con, which was Wizard World back then, and met the owner of Aspen Comics, which was Michael Turner. Talked to him quite a bit, got a lot of signatures on books from him. And this is actually an Aspen Comics book, #1, Lola, which I don't know anything about, so it's obviously newer. Since Michael Turner's passed away, he had cancer. So his company still goes on, and this is from that company, so that's cool. And the fourth one is a blind variant, which is on the cover is the guy who a lot of my wall back here has Venomized Pops. I got a couple lines of those, and on this comic is a pretty cool comic, Venom with the skull of Spider-Man. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that wasn't a bad box either. I still go back to my first box as being the best box that I saw as far as the comic covers that I like. But yeah, I want to thank W1nkinc for sure for getting me back on this train, and also for teaching me a little bit as I just watched his videos, because I mean, knowing that to pull the comic out to see what it is on a blind variant, that's awesome. He was right about the 5 comics per box, and also probably the last comic being the best one. So I'll definitely buy these guys again. The only thing I didn't like, and you can comment below and tell me if that's just the way it is with comics, but it took about 3 to 4 weeks for me to get. I'm used to Pops being here in 3 days, or sometimes a week or 2 at the most, but this took 3 to 4 weeks to get from Spider-Man booth. And is that a common practice, or that happens all the time? It doesn't really matter. It's not going to deter me from getting anything, but I usually don't like waiting that long for stuff I buy. But yeah, all in all, that's awesome. That's 15 more comics that are added to my collection. Definitely buy them again. I will put their information down below, as well as W1nkinc's. Please check him out if you have a little iota of taste for comics, because he's the master at it right now. And I'll put his information below if you haven't. If you live under a rock and don't know who he is, then please check him out. Other than that, if you like this video and you want me to continue doing comics and pops together, like this is turning out to be, please subscribe to my channel, and hit the notifications bell if you want to be notified when my videos do come up. Other than that, that's it. I'll talk to you guys next time, and keep up the good fight.